And it was a really, probably a pivotal moment in my life where God had taken that time and that opportunity that my dad was using to really mold me and shape me into a young man, I guess, that I am today. He began to convict me about things in His Word. I began to read and study the Word of God more. And man, it was just an amazing, pivotal moment in my life. I look back on that today and I can see that God had His hand in helping my dad to start that church to get me where I am today. So I remember when I was in junior high, my dad was pastoring this church, and I was, obviously the pastor's son, and because we went to a public school, those are kind of like war zones, especially for kids, and I remember I played on the basketball team, and I had very many kids that were a little bit older than me, probably around the 9th or 10th grade, that were picking on me a lot and bullying me. And that affected me drastically because I never had anybody to focus all of their attention upon me and, really pick on me and call me names, and names that I wouldn't even mention, in this setting. And I remember very clearly the effect that took on me mentally, physically. It was just such a drastic moment in my life, and it actually drove me to become, I guess you could say, made me want to retaliate. It made me want to fight back. And instead of being, this little kid that's getting bullied, I wanted to stand up for myself. And so I did. I began to start working out, running and exercising and losing weight and getting more fit and lifting weights. And I remember shortly after that, I ended up becoming a brawler, so to speak. I began to getting in fights at school and getting sent to the principal's office many times because me and a kid had some kind of a quarrel with each other. And I remember that being a big moment in my life, and I was struggling with this of trying to live a Christian lifestyle, yet while trying to deal with these kids that I was going to school with. And so it was such a big moment that I look back on, and I can see how God had His hand in convicting me and shaping me into a young man and made me growing in my Christian walk with Him.